Hi, welcome to Idiot with an Alfred socket set. Today it's just a quick video I'm knocking together showing how myself and my father, thank Christ for my father because I'd be absolutely useless at it, I'm going to replace the fuel filter on a Volvo S60 D5. Alright, so we've got the car in the air. The reason for that is pretty simple because the fuel filter on these cars is in front of the rear wheel on the driver's side. Now this is a UK model, so obviously the wheel is on the correct side, so it might vary depending on where you are in the world, but the fuel filter on this is behind the rear wheel and it is just right there when the camera focuses. So there's your wheel, there's your fuel filter when the camera decides to refocus. There we go, it's just a bit dark under here. So all you do is that just spins off and then you just replace the internal filter. Right, okay, so we've got the filter out now. That's the old one there, just on top of the drain thing. We would always recommend putting one of these underneath the filter because as you can see it will drip a little bit. That's the canister unit which the filter sits in, and to replace it all that happens is, if you look up there when the camera zooms in properly, the filter just clips, that little bit on the top there just clips in there. Replace the seal on this. How is it on there? Well, there's a second seal to replace, and then after that you just screw it back up, crank the engine a few times because it's a self-purging filter, and that's job done for changing fuel filter on this car. Alright, the next step is we need to put this rubber seal on the outside of the O-ring there. Not the O-ring, the outside of the filter housing. Now, to make life a little bit easier for yourself, it's worth putting a little bit of petroleum jelly on the rubber ring and then rolling it up. Now, you don't need that much, considering that jar of petroleum jelly that you saw in shot to begin with, that's actually older than myself, and that's done my dad through many cars over the years, so you only need a little bit sparingly. Alright, okay, so what we've done is we've now put the filter back in, so all we need to do now is to screw the housing back up. We could screw it back up and then just let the car prime the filter itself, but what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of diesel actually in the bit that screws on the, the canister, just to help it out a little bit, so we don't have to, so it don't have to work as hard to prime it. And then apart from that, it's just a case of fire the car up while it's in air, keep an eye on that for a couple of seconds, see if it leaks. If it don't, put it down back on its wheels and job done.